All right, here we are. Time to go live, guys. It's the Wednesday daytime stream. Let's grab this. Start assembling the stream. Music's not playing. Okay, let's hit refresh. Let's go ahead and turn on the ads. No, I hate ads. Hey, what's up, Mr. NHCC? What's up, Alex? We're in vertical mode. How's it going, guys? What should the title be today, huh? There it goes. How much for a sandstorm pack outright? 66 times 9. All right, so let's see. We're going to say, sell me this Pokemon card. You didn't watch The Wolf of Wall Street? Live card shop. All right, there we go. Very nice. Okay, and now we'll jump over here. Oh, okay, Alex already pinged. I'll place this over here. Boop. Okay, good. Your creator page is here. What? Let's see. Let's see. What? What's this? Oh, I got a response for Beckett. It's so weird because when you get the email from it, it doesn't explain that it's a Beckett email. So it does look like a spam email. So there's an explanation for our late February submission. This guy here says the person who was working on it resigned. There you have it. All right, now I can explain it to this guy who's asking about it. Oops. Now we know. Already messaged them. Got the response. They said the person who was working on it resigned. Now we know a little bit more about Beckett. Probably what happens is they get assigned submissions to work on, and so our submission was assigned to a guy who quit his job. I guess he quit working at Beckett, huh? I wonder why. He's like, I'm tired of this BS. Resigned, and they said, F this submission. Well, probably what happened was he probably had a whole stack of submissions he was supposed to work on, and now that work just has to be, I don't know, redirected or something. I get it. We had this problem at Coca-Cola from time to time. All right, let me just answer him. I told him thanks for the update. All right. Here we go. So let's jump over here. We've got Jose Arredondo. So he wants 4 junk packs, tag grading my Snicker Bunko card that I got in my junk packs on my last night stream. What? Your Snicker Bunko card. So we ran into this, and I did not have a name on the back of it. Can you guys help me out with this? Oh, let me turn on the comment section on my iPad so I can read the comments more easily. The iPad really is the best way to read the comments. It's a big screen, holds a lot of comments. It's useful. We'll hit pause on this. We'll pull this up. All right. So now we know why we have a Beckett submission from February that is not back, even though the other ones came back. It's because the guy who was working on it quit. Why is it so dark in here? Is it dark in here? Is that just me? Man, I wish it was. Okay, anyways. Turn this a little bit. So check this out. This beautiful Tyranitar. Somebody pulled this last night, and I didn't write his name on the back. Who was it? Was it, I can't remember who it was. I got these. Whew. All right. Mister, that dude was pissed. These grading companies slacking. They probably got too much work is what's going on. They probably got an enormous amount of work. You know, you lose a guy, think about how much work it's lost. Okay, so Jose Arredondo, who was it that pulled this Tyranitar? Can someone look this up? If he's not here, this would have occurred in last night's stream. You don't have to look it up, but you could. We are. All right. If you're looking for some detective work. Now, you're saying you got a Snicker Bunko card in here that you want to grade. I don't even know what you're talking about. And he wants 4 more packs, too. Let's get to work on this order. Jose Arredondo. So we are looking for Snicker Bunko. Mind if I just peel these out of here? Okay. Set that there. Wrath is a Beckett employee. You could grade this too. Oh, sorry, I forgot. We're doing this vertical stream, and what that means is my arms need to come all the way over here to the goofy right side of the channel. I'm not used to that. I'm used to having them in the middle. So I'm kind of showing the card off screen here. There we go. All right, there's a Sneaker Bunko. That's a Sneaker Bunko. You want that one graded? Maybe it means that one. Okay. I wish I was a Beckett employee, says Wrath. All right, what we got? Mr. David Smith one. Nice. All right, David Smith. I think I remember that. Okay. All right. It's got to be this girl card. That's called the Naked Girls card. It's kind of a pricey card if it's graded 10, I'm pretty sure. Otherwise, it's just a common. All right, there it is. Wow, that is a lot of cards out of these junk packs. I mean, but they're not all good. So it's kind of interesting, isn't it? But if you're liking them, then I'm liking them. We're going to be sold out of them. I didn't realize they'd be so popular, the junk packs. Junk packs just got like crazy stuff in them. Just crazy stuff laying around, coming out of abandoned bags, that kind of stuff, you know. So Jose Arredondo, let me pop these back into your bag. Actually, let me double baggy these. I tell you what. Okay, double bagging time. Morbin time. Whoa, that's a whole chunk of cards. Huh. Fill your bag up fast. Okay, we'll pop this in with them. All right, so those are double baggied. And now, it's this, isn't it? It's this card right here. This is called Naked Girls Talk. And let's go ahead and grab this. And you want it sent off to tag grade the Sneaker Bunko card. You got it. We're going to give that a try. Okay. Let's see what tag grading does with this. Air, Ray, Dawn, Do, tag. Okay. Now, this is David Smith, huh? Boy, what a name. It's like the most peanut butter and jelly name ever. Back to there. Okay. All right. Very nice. Here are some other gym breaks, by the way. We got this Jolteon with one person in it. We got this Queen Bee, Princess Peach. She is the princess after all. So how's this table looking? Is this okay? Does this look all right? Now, he also wants 4 additional junk packs. You got it, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are yours now. Let's see what was in them. Okay. What was my slab away so I can pay it off and ship it? Robert Breeding is the name. Robert Breeding. All right. Here it is. Late Robert Breeding from February 2025. Carddass EV, $420 remains. 420 remains. Here we are. Ooh, it's actually a really good pack. Okay, that's pack number 1. Actually, you got that bag in your bag. I'm going to put these in with it. So that's Clav, Clodsire, some Hollows, some Fortnite, some Charlie Brown, some more Carddass. Disney Carddass. That's Disney 100th Anniversary Carddass. Sending in a second. Thank you. No problem, man. Here we are. Playboy. And did everyone's order get canceled with Phantasmal Flames? I heard about that. I heard about there were bots trying to bot the Phantasmal Flame, and Nintendo wasn't having it. Pokemon wasn't having it. They're like, That's really messed up. That's really messed up. I don't like that one bit. I hate that Pokemon even has to fight against botting scalpers. I mean, it should just be made illegal, right? That should just be straight up illegal. It's like buying out tickets at a concert with the robot and then selling it back to people who want to go to that concert. It's not it's a scalping situation, and it's not right. you guys, you can make that illegal. You know, in places like New York, scalping's illegal. So we should make bot scalping illegal. You know, that's what the law is for. It creates a false scarcity for resellers to make money off of you from. And, you know, it's not going to go away. Pokemon's always going to have to combat it, but it should be made illegal at least. We are. Screw the bots. Me activating my 30 bots. All right. I got kicked out reloading and nothing available. All the anti-bot features and the bots still get in. Well, yeah, because no matter what you code to protect yourself, somebody else can also code something to try and get around that. So it's like creating a complicated puzzle to keep the bots out, and then the botters code a complicated solution to that puzzle. And so it's never truly possible to stop botting. And here's the other problem. If it's very profitable to do the botting, which it probably is, those guys are going to keep working on it. But it should just be made illegal. The people who are doing the botting should be identified, and, you know, the government should say, keep doing this and we'll arrest you. All right. Mr. On my order, I have a bag. Sounds good. Sounds good. So, Mr. Jose Redondo, thank you for your order today. Let's see. Click. Here's Ivan Rodriguez. He's got 5 junk wax. I think you're saying 5 junk packs. All right, so this is Ivan Rodriguez, 5 junk packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There they are. That means there's just a couple of these left. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them left. Crazy. Okay, you ready? Here goes. Ivan Rodriguez. Okay. We've got Cecil, Glaceon, Playboy. Okay, that's pack number 1. Pack number 2. Autobots and Optimus Prime will save us from the Decepticon bots. Yeah, something, man. That's not even junk. That's a full art. Yes. There's a box topper of Mr. Incredible. Yeah, just kind of reaching for random cards laying around, you know, stuff like that Mr. Incredible card just lays in a box for like 70 years. I don't throw them away. I could, but I don't throw them away. I put them in a box somewhere, and now he's here, going to you. Gordy's a hit, but, you know, it's Gordy. Kind of like that Clive card you saw earlier. You give him to Six loves Gordy, one of her favorite cards. Oh, wait, my cookies. Okay, you got this guy. Okay, Playboy. Love the 3DS. Mister, I don't need the little bags. Oh, well, it's too late now. It's already too late. I kept them in the little bags. Okay. Oh, here's some Sneaker Bunko cards. That's kind of nice, the admin. Oh, this is nice. That's Disney Carddass. There's a poker card. Okay, there you have it. So that was $15 worth of cards. You just got all kinds of weird stuff. Which is the point of this. What's good, everyone? I'm back in Korea. Oh, cool. What do you like about Korea, and what do you like about the United States? God, my arm hurts. Okay, Ivan Rodriguez. Okay. Give us some perspective, because we don't get to travel as much. You have a unique thing where you get to travel around and see both places. Okay. All right. Everyone I know is in the U.S., so it's better. Korea, the food is absurdly good. Oh, nice. Yeah. I've eaten at Korean restaurants before. They'll have like the 20 little dishes with like the lotus root and the moldy tofu and all this crazy stuff. So I really like that. A lot of fermented food and pickled food and oily food. Vinegary. What is this? Let's get this music playing. Yeah, they got some cool flavors. All right, let's say refresh. I remember I was in college and there were some French students and I asked them a similar question to what I just asked you. I was like, what do you like about the U.S. and what don't you like? And they were talking about how they wanted to stay in the U.S., but they were talking about how they thought the food was absolute dog crap. They're like, you guys eat the worst food. They're like, your food's horrible. I was like, really? Here's, ooh, Marciana. Like, the food was trash. But they were eating the cafeteria food at the college. And I had to agree, the cafeteria food at the college, it was horrible. You go to the grocery store, you get way better food at the grocery store. Everyone I know, oh, I already read that. All right. Oh, my Lord, it is Mr. Hey, what's up, Mr. Isaac? Welcome, guys, to the daytime stream for, what's today, Wednesday? All right, let's host a competition for likes. Whoever gets the most likes is going to get Miss Sarah Dusenberry's booster box here. Let's show off that booster box. Here it is. So whichever stream has the better like to viewer ratio is going to get this booster box. Ooh, or likes per minute or something like that. You guys should be able to win because the daytime stream is in vertical. So you guys should have the easy win. Okay. I was about to say food's got to be better. There's a lot of food variety in America. I will say that. America has a lot of food variety. Like, because people from all kinds of cultures will come here and open up a restaurant. You got Chinese, Italian, Thai food. You've got Filipino food. You've got Mexican. There's like all these different cultures of people that have learned different cooking techniques, and they've learned different spices. And so, you know, if you're in a major U.S. city, you're going to have options to try all kinds of cool food. I'm preparing my order for the submission, and I must say, like, the older cards have a better quality than now. Sun and Moon sets. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Yeah. Sun and Moon wasn't perfect, though. Yeah, Sun and Moon had... You might have just gotten some good booster boxes from Sun and Moon, and that's lucky. They weren't all good. Some of them were quite poor. All right, Mr. sent you a Discord message. Let's read that message. He says... All right, we're getting some slabs from NHCC for consignment and even giveaway. How nice. Sweet. If you just give all the kids guns, they can defend themselves. They have a right to defend themselves. That's right. School shooting problem solved. Solution? Just give them all guns. Aerodactyl. Man, this stream is full of intellectuals. I'll tell you what. Here's The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon clothing patch. That's a patch of his clothing, and it's an out of 50 card. Pretty cool. Daryl Dixon patch. Okay. What, you don't want to solve school shootings? What are you, some kind of hippie Democrat? Oh, man. Sue, you guys want to see some cards I got in the mail today? I'm looking at this real fast. I got some cards in the mail, man. Let's show them off. You ready? What did I get? I think it's right over here. Is it here? Oh, yeah. So I got this Magneton from Surging Sparks. So I have another one of these. Okay, he's nice. I got this card here, this Quillfish. This is Heart Gold Soul Silver Quillfish. I like Quillfish. He's fun. He kind of reminds me of Mario, actually. And what's cool about this card is he's pop 1. And then we've got this Escavalier. He's a staff card. Take a look at that. Staff Scavalier. You can see the staff mark down there. Pretty interesting. We got an Espeon VMAX. This replaces the Espeon that we have up on break. And was there anything else? Was that all of it? That might have been all of it. Yeah, that was all of it. We got this yesterday. This Gengar. Quillfish, best gold silver fish, bro. Show us the mailman, or show us the mailman. Sent you the tracking number. Nice. CGC, fire. Yeah, CGC's not bad. When they give you the pristine grade, it's usually a pretty good card. Like, any flaws on this? Actually, there's a half dot up in the corner. Huh. That's so funny. Well, whatever the case, let me go ahead and put this over here. PSA is pretty tough. That's why I say the PSA grade is basically a pristine grade themselves these days. Let's see. Mr. Robert Breeding. He says, slab away, payoff shipping, and 2 Prismatic Evo packs. Mr. I appreciate you. No problem, man. All right, so paying that slab off. This is a big order, guys. I think I'm done with orders for today. Wait, are the 3 rocket cards worth much? What? Were they the slabs I was showing up? Those Tyranitar rocket slabs are like 1,000 each. They're expensive. All right. Hello, mister. I just wanted to make sure you received my payment for grading my cards. Trevor Carpenter. Hello, Trevor. Did you just right now send it? Okay, let me go ahead and open this up for our friend Robert Breeding. I've never seen a Walking Dead or Hello Kitty card. Yep, that's Daryl Dixon Relic card. It contains a piece of the fabric made to make used to make his wardrobe, and it's out of 50. So that's pretty cool. And then the Hello Kitty card is black label for $240. Just a really nice Hello Kitty card. Can't go wrong with black label. Someone's always going to want that. I could say if you brought that to like a card show or something, I think I'd feel pretty confident that that would sell. That's actually printed by Weiss Schwartz, so it's a reputable card company too. Okay, you got a nice fan Rotom. I sent the same day we pulled the Master Ball Umbreon. Is it too late for me to place an order for some Prismatic packs? No, you can place an order for Prismatic packs. If you sent for grading on your Umbreon, I'm pretty sure we took care of it. We'll find out really quickly if we just check your bag. If it's not in the bag, we know we took it out. So Robert Breeding, and if we took it out, that means that we sent it off to grade. I got to send you a new address. I just remember that. I'll send it on Instagram. Oh, that's very important. We don't want to send these cards to the old address. That would be bad. I've had that happen with disastrous results. So Karis is pretty depressed today. The cat still has not showed up, the little wild kitty cat that used to come in through our cat door in our house. He has not showed up for 3 days, so now she feels confident that the cat is gone. And so she's like, you know, she's in the grieving stage. She's pretty sad about it. It was an interesting thing because I have cat allergies, but this cat would go outside and go to the bathroom outside, and so then he would come indoors and cuddle with her, and it was like a weirdly successful setup. Like, it worked very well. Just a nice little cat, very cuddly cat, and she grew attached to it, I guess, pretty quickly. I mean, who wouldn't if the cat's, like, sleeping with you at night, like laying in... He would, like, lay in the crook of her knee or something. Really cute. And he'd be sleeping there all night. And, so she's pretty lonely. She's feeling sad about it. I have to get her a new cat. I think that's what we got to do. Have you gone to the neighbors yet? I've not, but here's the deal. He wasn't the only cat they got. They got 3 cats at once. 3 little kittens who lost their mittens. And she can see the other 2 cats outside and not him. He's missing. So she's sure something's gone wrong because that's never the case. If he was around, he'd be hanging out with them. And if he was around, he'd be coming up to our back door and meowing or something like that. He's not doing that. She's confident he's gone or hurt or something. And so it's pretty sad. Why get rid of your cats to get a new cat, says 6. I was having, so this is a question people have had. I was having pretty strong allergic problems with the current cats, which I explained over and over and over and over and over again, and I'm telling you again. Like, for example, 6, do you remember me coughing for like 2 to 3 months at a time? That was cat allergies. We figured it out. It was cat allergies. So I was coughing nonstop, whether I was streaming or not streaming. I would sit there and cough all day long for 24 hours. The only time I didn't cough is when I managed to fall asleep. So it's pretty severe. This cat was not doing that. I believe it was actually cat urine. The ammonia from cat urine was triggering it. And we tried all kinds of tricks to solve it, and there weren't many good tricks. So this cat was going to the bathroom outside, and that was working really well. Which I guess we had not considered that. We could just toss the cats outside or something. But those cats got rehomed to a nice cat lady, so they're fine. This lady who loves cats took them. And but this guy showed up because he's just a wild neighborhood cat, and all of a sudden he was just getting along with Karis really well, and she grew attached pretty quickly. And now we don't know what happened. Maybe he got stolen during Labor Day. Maybe he got eaten by a wild animal. We don't know. But she's pretty upset about that. But you remember, I had actually 2 rounds where I coughed nonstop pretty severely for like months on end. You remember that? That was cat allergies, Sigs. It's not like, I don't know how you perceive that, but it's pretty severe when it's happening to you. You feel like after a month of straight coughing, you actually feel like something very severe is wrong with your health, and it's very distressing. You feel like you're actually dying. You're like, wow, this is no good. Is this the only way to watch the stream? Yes, it is. She needs a pet fish that won't run away. Sent you. Yeah, but the pet fish doesn't cuddle. So I don't know. Got to find a solution for that. All right. But so maybe we will start looking for some kind of cat setup for her. Oops. So we are looking to get rid of Mr. Robert Breeding's old address. You remember that, right, Six? You hung out a long time. I had whole months where I nonstop coughed, and we couldn't figure out what was causing it. We thought it was mold. We thought maybe it was the bathroom. We thought maybe it was this. Maybe it was that. It was cats. Cats were doing it. So it's pretty severe. I always knew I had a slight cat allergy because if I touched the cats, my eyes would water. I didn't think it was that bad, but it was. All right, so let's see. Yeah, my eyes would water if I was petting a cat. And they would get all red and itchy. I can come over wearing a cat outfit. Oh, we'll pass on that. Kitty got scooped up by someone on the long weekend. Yeah, that's what we think happened. A lot of people came down for Labor Day weekend. Whoa, we got some big Trevor Carpenter orders coming in. Hey, what's up, Mr. Trevor? All right, so let me take care of this real fast. Let's see. Oh, right. You said you're going to send me your address on Instagram. Here it is. Okay, Mr. Robert Breeding. Let me ask for your email. We want your email so you can get the tracking number, okay? Mr. Robert Breeding, if you're still watching, we want your email. Oops. All right, he hasn't responded right away. So let me go ahead and get his slab next. That's the next step. So he paid $420 today to finish this vintage slab. He's got a really fancy slab. Let me show it off when we take it here. Okay, so there it is. It's Robert Breeding. You did good, Robert, because it was late, but I can see I made a note on it, and then you're paying it off today, so you did good. I feel bad for the guy who lost that Lugia last night, but man, he still owed half the card. He didn't make a single payment in August, as far as I could tell. There it is. Robert Breeding, Carddass Nikke. All yours, man. Can I buy cards from you? Can you also send cards for? Send cards or? Yeah. I can ship cards. I can ship cards, and you can open cards here. That's exactly what we do. So let's get you an email. Not an email. Let's get you a shipping label with your email, and let's remove this listing. Nice job, man. Okay. Instagram. Perfect. Okay. So this is a good thing to get your email because now you will be emailed a tracking number, which is what you want. Trust me. Okay. All right. I should have a Darkrai slab in there, I think. No problem. We actually don't get all your slabs at first. Miss Alexis do that. All we do is print the label. We print the label. She gets the slabs. Free pasta. I thought it was the Eevee slab. Yes. I bought it with the Eevee slab. You bought it with the Eevee slab. Let me take a look at that. Robert. Oh, it's gone. I deleted it. I deleted it off of the listing. So hold on. Let me go ahead and print this label. We are. I mean, if it's already paid off, then it's good. All it needs to do is be picked up and shipped. If it's in Slabaway, then I need to locate it in Slabaway. But I didn't see it say Darkrai and Eevee. Is that what you're implying? It was a Darkrai Eevee Slabaway? I didn't see that. There we go. Miss Six says, I don't understand people who get rid of pets just to get new ones. Yeah, I think maybe what you're saying is you disagree that we got rid of the cats. When I was a kid, we had a lot of different pets, and you just eventually have to get rid of your pets sometimes. I have a very valid reason. I don't know what. Are you like disagreeing with it? Here it is. It's a living being. Your philosophy is very similar to like what maybe a vegan or a vegetarian would say. They don't eat animals. I eat animals every day. They get chopped up in a machine, and then I eat them. And then my milk and cheese comes from a cow that sits in a machine. My eggs come from a chicken that sits in a tiny cage. And I'm an animal too, and I have dominion over all the other animals because I'm at the top of the food chain. So that's the way I feel about it. But as for cats, I didn't dislike the cats. I didn't dislike them. It's just, you know, we discovered over time, over my last bout of allergies, 2 or 3 months of coughing, we finally understood it. We knew it was the cats. And so I told her, I said, brace yourself. These cats got to go. And we talked about it for a while, and the cats went. But we rehomed them to a really nice lady. I mean, the cats are fine. We didn't, like, put them into, like, a cat blender. What do you think we did with them? We are? Yeah, they didn't go into the cat blender or something. All right. I'm definitely not a vegan. We are? Don't get another cat is what I'm saying. So we probably will, though, because Karis she's lonely, and I think what we'll do is we'll get an outdoor cat, because hanging out with these other outdoor cats helped us understand that she could have a cat that goes to the bathroom outside. That's what I was talking about. So we didn't know that will work, and now we do know that works. So we might get her an outdoor cat, and then she'll have a cat she can hang out with, but the cat goes to the bathroom outside. And so that might be that solution, that, you know, compromise that is necessary to create an enjoyable lifestyle. All right, let's see. Outdoor cats aren't good either. I'm starting to think Six maybe doesn't like cats. All right, let's see. It's because the cats eat mice, isn't it? So I'm going to hit refresh on the PayPal orders. I tried cat meat before. Stringy meat. Oh, no. I was sure this was a Pokemon stream. Now I'm thinking it's a cat stream. All right, Trevor Carpenter is up next. He wants 2 rounds of 15 packs of Prismatics. Here goes, guys. I got to go get 30 of them. I'll be right back. Ready? All right, Mr. Trevor, you'll be pleased to know these are coming straight out of a case that I just opened. Like for you. 4, 5. Perfect. No. You said, so 6 of these. There we go. You need 6. No. 5. I understand where Mr. and you are both coming from. 6 Mr.'s just not an animal person like that. Karis is, though. Here we are. All right, let's place this. Very nice. Very good. Do you have some nice breaks? Also, did you get my order that went through? I fell asleep on the plane. I believe you ordered a pack or a spot in the sandstorm break, correct? And yes, we did get that. And there are some really nice breaks. We've got this Fossil Aerodactyl. We've got this beautiful Jolteon. We got this Cloud. We got this Gengar. We got this Trafalgar Law. We got this Espeon VMAX. We got Gengar. We got Topps Moltres. Lots of beautiful breaks. Beautiful breaks. Animals aren't toys you just get rid of and then get a new one. I mean, we rehomed it to a nice cat lady, Six. I don't understand where your anger is coming from, Six. You're very righteous right now is what it sounds like. Here it is. You can't do that. Six, imagine if there were just made up rules for who can and can't own pets. You know, we are. What if we just started making up rules like this? Toss this over here. All right, put this here. You could make up all kinds of rules. You could make up a rule like you're not allowed to buy a pet till you own your own home or something like that. That would be ridiculous. There you go. All right, tossing this over here. Animals aren't toys. Mister, do you have some nice breaks? Also, did you get my order that went through right? Sent for the Daryl Dixon slab. Ooh, the Daryl Dixon slab. There are. People try to do that with kids too. Like, I came from a large family, and people start to say things like, oh, you can't have that many kids. You're not allowed to. It's like, well, maybe I wouldn't exist if those rules existed, you know? People, I'm just saying, like, people come up with, like, social rules as if you can control other people that way. Let's snip this. All right. Or like, I'm vegan, you have to be vegan. Stuff like that. They went to a good home, and Mister's getting a new one to make his girl happy. It's not that deep. There we go. Yeah, we were having severe allergy problems with the other two cats. We are. And then we rehomed them to a nice cat lady. Like, nothing bad happened. You're making it sound like there's some sort of evil cat factory situation or something. Like, what are you talking about? Should I buy Prismatic Evo UPC or a bunch of booster bundles? I wish people cared about people like they do animals. The world would be a better place. Sure, you can make that argument. But luckily, we don't enforce arguments like that, because if we did, a whole bunch of pet people would be in trouble. Here we go. Here's Heatran. Here's Flareon. That's why it's better not to start making a bunch of made-up rules. Here we go. Ooh, Heatran. Should I buy Prismatic Evo UPC or a bunch of booster bundles? Sold them to Cruella de Vil. Yeah, I didn't sell them to Cruella de Vil. Exactly. We didn't send them to the cat skinning factory. We are. There's a nice lady who likes cats. She has a couple already. And she took them in, and the cats immediately climbed on the couch and relaxed. That's exactly what happened. It is. Here's Houndour. One of them did. The other one hid under the bed. The one that's more scared. But one of them just climbed right on the couch like she was comfortable. Get a bald kitty, the hypoallergenic kind. Oh, I didn't think of that. But, you know, you would think it's the fur, but it's not. It was actually the cat urine. You don't think that that's a thing because nobody talks about it too often. But, yeah, it's actually cat urine. You can be super allergic to it. Look it up. And so that's what did it. It was cat urine. And these cats liked to do a thing where even though their cat litter was nice and clean, they would just go to the bathroom wherever they felt like. And that was a really bad problem. And you can't really convince cats to go to the bathroom where they're supposed to. So it just kept happening. The cat would go to the bathroom in some part of the home, and then that part of the home would fill up with like ammonia from the cat urine. And then I would be coughing for months, and it would take a while. It would take multiple cleaning sessions before that area was clean enough that it wouldn't trigger this problem. And so I'm not going to get cancer like lung cancer. That's another thing. If you've never looked that up, look that up. Cats can give you lung cancer. A lot of pets can, actually, including probably rats, because what happens is when you're exposed to these animals, they come with like bedding or litter or what they call like open sewage, essentially. So like if you're around a lot of dog poop or a lot of cat poop or a lot of rat poop, you're exposed to what's like an open sewer as a result of being with these animals. And this is on the government website, by the way. This is on the government's .gov, what is it, like NHS or something like that. They discovered that people who had cats and dogs and other types of animals, birds including, typically had like a ×2 rate of lung cancer. And I was learning about that while I was coughing for like 3 months going, oh no, that's me. I have a sensitivity to it. And so that's when they got rehomed, is when we learned that, yes, I do have a severe breathing problem around the cat urine. And no, it's not easy to solve. But that's when we learned about that. I said, you know, let's take a proactive step and just get the cats rehomed to a nice cat lady. Then a little while after that, Karis met this wild cat, this outdoor cat, and he just goes to the bathroom outside. It's like, oh, you can do that. You can have an outdoor cat that's acclimated to living outside. And, you know, it just poops and pees outside. All right. Mister, please stop. I'm for real over it. Oh, you're talking about the cats? You're supposed to clean the litter box. So Karis would clean it every day, though. She would clean it every day. Do you think the singles market will continue to rise? We are. Don't you miss them? Do I miss the cats? Not that much. They have a huge neck. I was stirring the pot. I was being funny. I don't like cats, or most people, so it is what it is. I poo and pee outside. Yeah, the cat talk's killing me, tossing this over here. We just talk about whatever you guys like to talk about. What do you like to talk about, Mr. Trevor? We can talk about your conversation. I had outdoor cats that would use the bathroom outside and come in to sleep. The new layout for the stream is throwing me off, says Jordan Natividad. Welcome to the vertical stream. Smash the like button on the vertical stream, because if you guys get the better likes per capita, we're doing a big giveaway for you guys. Here we are. Let's talk about dogs now. Trevor says anything but cats. You don't like cats, Mr. Trevor? There we go. 6 is going to beat you up, man. Let's go ahead and snip this. Ugh. Snipping this. I'm not a huge pets person in general myself. Snipping this. Snipping this. I love cats. I'm just over it. I hear you. I hear you. We'll snip this as well. Bark, bark. Can you zoom out a tiny bit? Snipping this. And we'll snip this as well. All right. Yeah, she just kind of came in here and snipped at us and then, I don't know, maybe bopped off. I don't know why she was so angry. Maybe she's having a bad day. Snipping this. Okay. Which Pokemon would you want as your pet? I would want Magneton, because then it would keep my electric bill low, because it would generate electricity for me. There you go. Speaking of cats, how do I get my paws on that Hello Kitty slab? You like the Hello Kitty slab? That's a black label Hello Kitty slab. We sell slabs from the table all day long, just right here in the live stream. It's not on eBay. It's just right here in the live stream, which means you have to learn how to make a purchase here. It's really easy, actually. You just send money over PayPal, ZELLE, Cash App, Venmo, even crypto. You send a direct payment, and then I receive that payment. All right, here it is. So that is the rest of the packs. Are you ready? Let's pull you a big SIR Umbreon. All right. Here's Crispin. Ooh. Tossing here. How's the queue looking today? Not too bad, not too bad. Actually, we received 2 very large orders. One from Mr. Robert Breeding and one here from Mr. Trevor. Go. All right. There's Glaceon. Here's Techno Radar. Here's Bronzong. We've got Goldeen and Giacomo. Oh. Okay, we'll sleeve this in here. We'll grab the Goldeen. All right. Here's, let's see, Houndoom, Howlucha, Monkey Dory. I've mentioned this before, but with these streams, why don't you get like an arm you have at the table for your phone? You'll have a wider viewing angle and then just use the tablet to read chat. So kind of like an arm that's lifted off the table to some degree. I've definitely thought about that. So those are some experiments to try. We got Regigigas. The nice thing about this current setup is you really get a close-up view of the card. So like if the camera was far away, the card might look like this because it's further away, right? So you're right. You would see a bigger part of the table, but with this version, you get to see the card real up, close up. So it's a trade-off. So it's really whatever you guys want. However, this is the setup we have at the moment just because it's what I scrapped together. But we can try some other vertical layouts as well. I used my 200 Club membership to get the Prismatic. The other thing we could do, so you don't have to zoom the camera out. You can push the table back, but we got all the slabs and everything kind of pushing it all forward. So there's different ideas we could implement. We are. Little Sylveon. You could remotely zoom in and out using the other device. Here's Sylveon Pokeball. Oh, what do we have? Ah, it's just a trainer. All right. Here's Rescue Board Atticus. This setup is 100% fine. I haven't opened much Prismatic, but the pull rates are like Burning Shadow Scarce. Here it is, Atticus. Okay, here's our rescue board. When are we getting 4K, mister? Yeah, we need to stream in 4K. Now, if we stream in 4K, which is a possible thing to do, but if we were to stream in 4K, we would need not only just a different setup, but you would have to expect that there would be a much more significant delay with when I'm opening the cards and when you guys see it on screen. So there could be a delay between a half minute and a whole, darn man, a half minute and a whole minute, because that's what happens when you stream in high definition. The streaming software will delay the stream to make sure it's given sort of like, you know, this chunk of extra time to send all the information over the internet to your screen. We are. So, you know, that's good for gaming, in my opinion, because it doesn't really matter what happens. But I think that for opening booster packs, we want to be able to answer questions quickly, including for questions regarding your order or for questions regarding shipping, but also just that instantaneous reaction is really nice. Like a 25 to 35 second delay. Yeah, and it can get bad. So 35 second will probably be like a standard amount, but on a day where maybe the internet or YouTube runs a little slower, it can get up over a minute. Because I know that because we used to do that. We did that on the Game Economist. We did high definition. I never knew Prismatic was so tough. Oh yeah, we call Prismatic the Dark Souls of Pokemon card pack opening, even though it doesn't. They're not really related to each other, I suppose. This is the hardest set to open. You can spend $1,000 on this and pull like, I don't know, like 50 bucks of cards, and so that is why it's also so exciting when you pull the chase card out. So if you right now, if your last packs were to pull a chase card, that's a big deal, and you can expect those cards to go for really large amounts of money if you were to have that happen. All right, so let's see. Let's see. Let's grab this. Okay, here's Groudon, Dusclops, Ursaluna. It's a tough set for sure. High risk, high reward. Prismatic Trauma. Here's Dreepy. Here's Vaporeon. Okay. We'll go ahead and sleeve this. Very nice. And very nice. We need a VR stream. A VR stream. How nice. We're going to all be walking on our VR headset treadmills watching TCC open cards and be like, blah, blah, blah. Here's Mela. Okay. There's Mela. And here's Applin. Wasn't the first pallet of ETBs you got so rough we only got like 2 hits? It wasn't a pallet, but it was a pretty large order from a supplier. And yeah, it's you could open up a whole case of these and not pull an SIR. That's how tough it is. A whole case and no SIR in that case. So it was less than 1 SAR per case. That's how rough these are. But I've also seen it the other way around. I've seen 2 SIRs in a case, so I've seen that as well. We are. Ooh, I think that's Alexa's. Toss this up here. All right. And here's Eevee and Espeon. And here's Badoo Iron Boulder. Look at that. Very nice. And here's Screamtail, Hippopotas, and Umbreon. Ooh, nice. And now here's Bronzor, Heatran. Very good. And finally, Pinsir Whimsicott. Very good. All right, how nice. No SIRs. What you could do, Trevor, is you could go deeper because there might be one around the corner. There might be an SIR around the corner after you swept all these. The nice reverse holo Umbreon and holo Umbreon aren't bad, by the way. Any Umbreon from this set is valuable. You got a Master Ball Dreepy and a Master Ball Magikarp out of there. That is not even causing me to blink because I've opened so many of those. That's like a normal round of Prismatic. Prismatic pain. LaFlame pulling 2 of the Pikachu EX hit box to box. Oh yeah, we've had crazy moments like that for sure. We've had a lot of crazy moments. Trevor Carpenter noticed a lot of trainers showing up. Yep, that's exactly what I noticed as well with this set. You know, like, so I think Mela replaces a good hit. Same with this Festival Grounds. So there's all, like Atticus. There's all these people, Giacomo, Ryford. So they set up the hits in this you know, set to really just give you a ton of these stupid people cards, and very rarely do you get a Pokemon card. I swear they did that on purpose just to punish you. All right. How much do you have the Zapdos Holo for, and why would you grade it? It's just a very nice, ornate-looking card when it sits in this gorgeous tag slab. And why would I grade it? Because if it doesn't sell, we'll give it away for free. So that's what I kind of do. First, they were offered for sale, and then eventually we need some free cards. And this didn't cost me too much to obtain, But you know, when a couple years go by, maybe like 4 or 5 years, and that will happen, 4 or 5 years will go by, this will not be looked at like some cheap hollow card. It will be looked at like, oh, wow, that's set from 4 or 5 years ago. So imagine the year is 2030, and you run into this beautiful Zapdos and a beautiful tag slab. You're like, oh, I want that. So that's kind of what happens. But, you know, we have to have a lot of cards ready to be given away for free. So sometimes what I do is I'll send out a round full of like cheap cards, and I'll pay for the grading. But now I have a nice little Zapdos to give away, and it didn't cost me too much. You know, like it's not like I'm giving out Charizard every stream, because if I did, I'd go broke. So I have to have something like this that I can hand out. Or Miss Sarah Dusenberry's Rocket Box, which she's giving out. See? So Miss Sarah Dusenberry donated this. We are going to decide who gets this box based on the likes per stream. So this is the daytime stream. We're at 42 likes. Tonight, we're going to have the nighttime stream, and they're going to like their stream too. And whichever stream has the better like ratio, they're going to get this box for free. So it goes to that stream. It's a friendly competition. Either way I hand it out, it doesn't affect me, but it's a friendly competition. But it also gives me some feedback about which stream is more popular, because if one stream is more popular than the other, we are going to give that stream more like resources, basically. That stream's going to get maybe a longer stream time period. Maybe we will improve the schedule for it, that kind of stuff. Currently, the nighttime stream gets the advantage, and because of traditionally, I always did a long nighttime stream, but daytime stream could prove that it's the more popular stream, by the way. All right, Trevor. Good luck, Trevor. I'm retired for a little bit now. I wish I could match your energy. We are. Do you know how much tag grading costs? So tag grading, we are doing middleman tag grading for $30 per card. And I actually am a certified tag dealer. How crazy is that? So I signed up for that, and they accepted me in their dealer program, and I signed a contract. And so now I send out cards to tag for people. Now, you could go to their website and just learn how to use their website and grade the cards yourself. You don't have to use me. But I think their website lists their cheapest grade for $20. Now, that $20 doesn't describe a few things. When you actually purchase grading, you have to pay taxes on that. When you send it out to them, you have to pay for the shipping for that. And then there's a pretty significant fee for return shipping. So ironically, the cost of grading, even though it's stated $20 on their website, it gets pretty close to maybe like $25, $26 after the expenses are considered, depending on what volume of cards you like to send out. You know, like if you send out 200 cards at a time, that shipping cost kind of goes down a little bit. But so in other words, to pay someone else to do it for you is really, in our situation, not that much more expensive than if you were to just do it yourself. And the other nice thing about sending through tag through me is I was told we're going to have a nice turnaround time too on the tag grading. It's not going to be really crazy like PSA. PSA wait times are terrible. So we'll have a faster turnaround. And yeah, and it's fun. We showed off on the stream too, so that's very fun. Do you know if tag grades set other than Pokemon like Star Wars? Damn, dude, going balls deep. What? Who's going balls deep? All right, Robert Hernandez, 6 Japanese EB1 and shipping. Okay, so let me get it right. Japanese EB1. Japanese EB1. You got it, man. Oh, we only have 1 pack of the Japanese EB1. Let me go get some more of Japanese EB1. I get lucky sometimes. Who knows? We may get a God pack. Nice. You sent for 30 more of them? Oh, yeah, that sounds great, man. So let me get some more of this EB1. I'll bring in some more of the Prismatic, too. All right. Mr. Prepare the Prismatic Ritual and Chant. Ooh la la la, ooh la la. Wait, was that offensive? Ooh. I'm doing the Prismatic Rain Dance because it's going to rain. It's going to rain trainers. So, ta-da! Ooh. That is Japanese EB1. We have lots of this left. We are not short on this product. Did my music stop? Okay. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's 5 and 6. Wait, was that offensive? Yeah. I felt like I did something offensive. I think I did a micro transaction. Look at that. Ooh. Let's go ahead and rotate this. We've got Sandstorm. We've got Baby Mario. And we've got Frog Mario. Ooh. Okay. You got any codes? Wait, did I just do a microtransaction? I'm sorry for my grievances. There we go. Very good. So before we do these 30 packs of Prismatic, I got to help a couple people out because they're also in line, and so they don't want to wait probably over an hour for their order. So let's take care of them real fast. This is Robert Hernandez. Thank you, Robert. I keep asking, but do you have any Crown Zenith? We do. Crown Zenith is on the menu. Check the menu. Scroll down under English Pokemon, called Pokemon English, and go to this thing called the Sea and Sky UPC for $280. That comes with a ton of Crown Zenith, and we are selling that right now if you want some, okay? So you will get the whole thing, including the promos. $280 comes with a whole bunch of Crown Zenith. Did you guys see that? Who saw that? I didn't see it. Let me show you what this is, okay? I'll pick the phone up because I have to pick the phone up for this one. That's it. Wow, wow, wow. What is that? That's 14 packs, it looks like, plus the promos. Now, you do not get to keep the jumbo card because I do not want to ship the jumbo card. It looks annoying to ship. There you go. But there's some other really nice hollows in there. And those, just if those grade 10, that might be worth it by itself. Okay. Mister, can I see the codes? Codes! That was for our friend Robert Hernandez with an RO. Let's see. Robert Brown, Robert Call. Okay. Very good. All right. Let's grab this. Set that there. And set that there. Okay, Robert Hernandez. Very good. How heavy is this? Don't forget L shipping. Oh, we're doing it. Check it out. See, we're getting your shipping ready right now. I've got an address for you already, so I'm going to use the one on file, okay? And I got your email. I remember when they had that one sale in Sam's Club. And print. There we go. All right. Very nice. Robert Breeding says, Prismatic bundle, please. So Robert Breeding gets this Prismatic bundle because he was next in line. Just be warned. This could have the SIR in it. He could snipe it away from you. That's his right to do that. You are. So I'm just telling you to prepare your emotions. Because if he snipes it, we still have to open your other packs, okay? Those are the rules. All right. Mr. Robert Breeding, what he could be doing, he could be sweeping some cold ones out of the way for you. So that would be nice too, wouldn't it? If this is a bad bundle, then he just swallowed up a bad bundle for you. That's the game that we all agree to play. All right, here goes. Good luck. I had a photo. Did you ever find someone to help with the eBay listings? There are about 3 guys asking about it. And so I think if I could take a minute and talk to them, I've been really busy. But if I can take a minute and talk to them, I'm sure we could set something up. We are. Pretty simple job. The way it would work, I would just take a picture of the card here on the table, and then you would have access to my eBay account. You would be able to log into it from your computer as a user, because eBay allows that. And you would take those pictures and just do a little listing like bibbity bop, bibbity boo. And for each one of those, it's $1.50. I think, is that what I said? $1.50. And so, you know, over time, that all kind of adds up. It doesn't seem like much, does it? But it's funny because it really adds up over time. Here we are. eBay listings come and go all the time. Here it is. And it's a job where you didn't have to take the picture. You also don't have to do the shipping either. I do the shipping. So you're just doing one step, and that is the listing itself. That would involve checking the price, last sold and current buy it now, and then listing it at just below the cheapest buy it now price, just below. That's it. That's our pricing strategy. So it's not too much thinking going into it. And if you're stuck or uncomfortable with any of the listings, you just skip that one. Tell me you don't like it. So it's kind of like, it's almost like data entry, where you get paid $1.50 for data entry per listing. Okay, that's Robert breeding. In this case, Robert, nothing too crazy popping out. We can have that go out with your current shipment. And so now you can breathe a sigh of relief if your name is Trevor Carpenter, because that was not a snipe. And in fact, he kind of helped you get closer probably to the next snipe, because he cleared a cold one. But it's pretty dangerous. Now, we are back on this queue. Let's see who's next. So we got an Andy Dirksen. Let me shout out the order of the orders. So we got Andy Dirksen, then Gabriel, then Ivan Rodriguez, then Trevor Carpenter. Okay, so that's the purchase order. We're going to start with Andy Dirksen. He wants the Daryl Dixon slab. This is sold. I feel like showing this to Karis. She never got to see it. I got to show this to her because we watched The Walking Dead together. It's a great time to watch The Walking Dead, you know, with Halloween coming up. If you start now, you can get pretty far along. Walking Dead. Did you guys watch Walking Dead? It's a great show. I have 199 orders in the last 90 days on my eBay. Here we are. Very nice. Yes, you'd probably be pretty good at it. There's another guy asking, and it's a guy who is also trying to learn how to edit some videos for us, and he actually did edit a long-form video. It's pretty interesting. You know what he did? He took an old live stream from like 6 years ago, from September 6 years ago, and he chopped it down into showing off cards I was pulling and showing what it used to be worth back then and what it's worth today. And I thought it was a good idea. The only problem I'd say is it was too long of a video. So I told him if you made it real short, you might have a real thing going. Okay, that's Daryl Dixon to Andy Dirksen. This kind of rhymes, doesn't it? Gabriel Gallegos, 6 Prismatic. All right, hold your breath again. Trevor Carpenter, it's not over. Another guy ordered a booster bundle. They're all trying to snipe you before you reach your order, but they might just be clearing out a cold box for you, okay? Good luck. Hold your breath. Anyone's allowed to do this. That's the nature here. It's just what you get. They can have good luck. You can have bad luck. Wish me luck on my Pokemon pulls. Good luck, man. All right. This is if you're curious about the quest stickers, this is a cheap $25 quest sticker. Give it a try. That Metapod, he's just, you know, he's a bit of fun. There it is. They're very, at first you feel like they're not very valuable, but it's weird how you can get attached to them because they have such a unique artwork. And you go, man, it's nice to have something different in my collection, because you get kind of used to the standard designs. All right. Hey, what's up, Mr. LaFlame? All right. So what we got? We've got Kieran. Look at that, Kieran. All right. Kieran. And Binding Moki. Oh, a little Regigigas. All right, you got a nice little Regigigas. That's not an SIR, but that's not bad. Here's Ogre Pond. It's Ogre Pond. Okay. And here's Habanberry. Ooh, it's Hooselberry. Here's Dusseldorf. Okay, a little Dusseldorf here. And finally, a little Umbreon Hollow. Umbreon. Okay, you're still in luck, Mr. Trevor. No one has sniped out from under your feet an SIR, and I think your turn's coming up. Of course, the sad part is you might not get one either. That's how tough this set is. Mr. Gabriel, let's go looking for your bag. Okay, let's see. Gabriel. New bag? Oh, wait, there's a third box. Let me check this third box. How's your week going so far, guys? We're on Wednesday somehow. Can you believe it? It's already Wednesday. How's your week going? I hope you guys are having a great week. Okay, putting that in there. So, Finding Moki is yours as well. Hope you guys are having a fantastic week. Okay. Slabs and bag mister. Ivan Rodriguez wants a round of shipping. Oh, man, my left arm's so screwed up. I don't know what it is. You got a fat bag, dude. Those junk packs fill the bag up so fast. Okay. Ivan Rodriguez. There it is. We're going to lower the... How heavy is this? Yeah, well, I didn't really think about that, but that makes the shipping cost a little more. Something interesting to keep. With the booster packs only costing $3, if they cost an extra $4 to ship a group of them, kind of defeats the purpose a little bit. I'll have to keep that in mind. All right, we're waiting for it to calculate a price. Now, you know, you got a lot of slabs. Let's make this 2 pounds, actually. I went to work. I drove the thing, but it didn't work, so I loaded up and drove it back. Got paid, but little work was done. Don't know why people hate the like button. That's the first thing I always do is I hit it. That's right. Well, there's a competition this time, guys. There is a competition for the next round of giveaways between the daytime and the nighttime stream. It's being recorded today, okay? I'll post the results in the announcements channel because I'm just going to screenshot the total views and likes to decide who wins. If the nighttime beats you, they get the strawberry Duesenberry booster box, okay? So there's a decent thing in play here because that's a nice booster box. What music is this? What am I listening to? Electronic Gem, Vanilla, Lose You. Skip that one. So, Trevor Carpenter's back. He's got some pretty big orders. We like Mr. Trevor Carpenter. Damn, dude. So, he's ordered 6 boxes of these. 2, 3, 4. Oops. Luckily, I brought in more than I needed to, just in case some other ones sold. You get that feeling, you know. So there it is. We got 6 boxes. See that? Okay, these are all yours. No, wait. It's 5 boxes. All right, oops. Okay, 5. We got 5 boxes for you. Ta-da! Did I give him 6 last time? I think I gave him 6 last time. I gave you too many packs last time. You actually got a bonus 6 packs. All right, well, that's good enough, though, because you opened a lot today. Why don't we just have you have that bonus 6 packs? Now, let's get these open. Yeah, 5 times 6 is 30. Is that how many you were ordering? I'm trying to remember. How much is the last box? I'll buy it. Whatever it costs. Let's see. What is it for a boost? Oh, $105 for that last box, okay? $105. 1 giveaway every 2 streams. Sometimes we do a lot more than that. The giveaways are like just a mix of things, you know. It's like, what day of the week is it? If you didn't know this, Fridays and Thursdays and Saturdays as well tend to have a bit more giveaways than the earlier days of the week. And then also, sometimes it's the chat itself. Some people in here just get real generous and they start giving away a lot of stuff, okay? May Man-Conomist bless this prismatic on Arceus. I'm the Man-Conomist. There we are. All right, there we go. Very nice. Tossing this up here. Very nice. All right. Tossing this and tossing this. There we go. Woo! That's a lot of packs, isn't it? That's a ton of packs. So I will try to keep these on the table, actually. Let's try to keep them in the camera. Is that better to keep them in the camera? Nah, we can't fit them all in the camera. I'll set these right here. Yeah, there's no way to fit them all. The problem is, vertical stream just doesn't fit that many. Maybe we could do it like this, though. Hold on. Let me see. It's better to keep them all on screen, I feel. All right, like that. Okay. What set is this? This is Prismatic, baby. We are burning the midnight oil for Prismatic. Okay, snipping this. Boy, it's kind of rainy looking outside right now. Kind of dreary. The days are getting shorter. I can sense it. It's 6:37, and it looks like it's getting darker outside. Grabbing this. Snipping this. Snipping this. And snipping this. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Good. All right. You should fall. You should fall is in 3 weeks. Ooh, a nice Slow King. He's cool. What if we put the hollows on this side and the hits on that side? I feel like it's a more natural hand movement. See, it's all different in vertical because there's less room to work with. Here's Amaris. All right, so already, Mr. Trevor, you're getting these beautiful trainers that I know that you want. Not really, right? Binding Moki. Oh, yeah, Binding Moki time. Let's see that kitty. Hey, what's up, man? Okay. We were talking about cats earlier. I think it pissed some people off. Grab that. All right. All right, you guys convinced me. Karis does not get to have a cat. Here's Lucario. Ooh. Did you see my comment? I got the 6 box. Awesome. We're going to open that 6 box for you. There we are. Oops. Here's a Jolteon. Look at that Jolteon. Chains. The anticipation is great. Snip the cards. Here's Fluttermane. Oh, Umbreon. Very nice. Very good. Look at that Fluttermane. All right. Here's Hippopotas. Okay. Here's Pupitar. Uh-huh. Very good. Throwing this over here. La -la. Okay, let's see. Oh ho ho. Here's Carmine. I'll buy those Umbreon Hollows from you that you pull. I'm not going to accept that. What Trevor Carpenter can do is he can ship you those items after they arrive to his home, but I can't do it from the table, all right? Oh my gosh. Here's Dust Noir. All right, I think we're going to get out of the business of doing that. Whoa, the bottom of this pack was open. Ah, that's very interesting. You know, I watch a lot of rattle videos, and sometimes somebody will open up a pack on camera, and it'll be like the bottom's open, and people will say, oh, well, it's a resealed one then. Maybe the crimping just was no good, because you guys watched this one from beginning to end. These just came out of sealed boxes. That tells you that the crimping can just be open. Very interesting. Here's Okie Dokie. Here's Aromatisse. That's very interesting. Here's Jolteon, Umbreon. Top card is crimped. Oh, wait, I want to see that. So it was an error pack. Is that what you're saying? Hold on. Okay, so then it's at least it's explained in that scenario. Where'd it go? I've seen that as well, haven't I? Where'd it go? Which one was it? You know, I've always wondered if it's possible that the packs just are not sealed properly, rather than strictly that someone resealed it. I didn't see it. Where'd it go? Oh, wait, it would have been a common card. Is that right? I missed it. Non-hollow. It's on the table. Oh, there it is. Okay. So that pack did not seal because the bottom card got caught. Very interesting. The things you learn, guys. Look at that. You got to save that just for a fun reminder. I don't think PSA will grade this, though. I tried sending one of these into PSA one time, and they're like, They're like, reject. All right, but that's a genuine error card. You know, I should offer to grade it with TCC grading. Here's a Lugia, because we have video evidence that it's a true error. Okay. All right, and Glaceon Terrapagos. Very nice. Very good. It's an interesting conversation because as somebody who also runs a rip and ship, sometimes I wonder if ever I will get like a pack that looks like I manipulated it, but I definitely did not. You know, like I guaranteed did not. But no one believes me because it just looks like it was. So I wonder about that sometimes, and I figure one day that'll happen to me. But you know, it's just very fascinating. Go put that over there. It's also why I like to keep everything in front of the camera, right? We were talking about that. I was saying, how do we keep all this on the camera? I don't want to take anything off camera. All right. Start sneaping these. Yeah, so it's an interesting conversation because I think there really are a lot of scammers out there, especially on like Whatnot. I had Whatnot reach out to me. They wanted to talk to me about having me open an account over there on some kind of brand deal. So that was on Instagram. Was it yesterday or the day before that? I can't remember. So I was reached out to by Whatnot for like the third time now. And they always want a phone call, and I never want a phone call. I'm never interested in a phone call. But you know, when I see their message, I always think to myself, man, if I start streaming on Whatnot, it will somehow damage my brand. Isn't that crazy? Streaming on Whatnot just seems like not good business. Because it's like that channel is so associated with problematic sellers. If you go all the way back to like the Blake guy or whatever, Blake's Rips or whatever, the football player, we were talking about him like yesterday or something, and he ran a scam, and that just kept going and going and going. And one of the things that's really good about this channel, we have 6 long years of never doing anything like that. 6 years of evidence that we don't play. We don't mess around with that kind of stuff. We are. Can't please everyone, so F them. What? As CGC will. CGC grades crimps. I figure CGC doesn't grade it in it either because they got messed up by that. Ooh, look at this. Umbreon. They got messed up by that shiny vert guy. We are. All right. And here is this. Very good. All right. Here's a Regigigas. Here's Noivern. Look at that Regigigas and Noivern. There we go. Very nice. Leafeon. Here's Slow King. Very nice. All right. Here's... Look at that Giacomo. So nice. And Hoot Whimsicott. And Bun Eerie Flareon. And Leafeon. All right. So that is one whole round with no SIR in it. However, he does have one more box to open. Where'd that box go? Now, you realize I have way more of this than just one more box. So if you want to keep going, I'm all business. So I'm ready to open packs for you. You just let me know. It might be Holy Prismatic time. Holy Prismatic, Batman. That's a Hollow Leaf Energy. What's a Hollow Leaf Energy? Oh, here it is. She means this. All right. Okay, good. Got your Leaf Energy back. Let's start sneaping this. Tammy with the eagle eyes over here. We're going to call her Eagle Tammy. Snipping this and snipping this. Okay, you ready? Here's Ogre Pond. Ooh, so this is box number 6. We've got Festival Grounds, Badiou. Ooh. The Chinese 151 box. Can they be shipped sealed? Absolutely not. They must all be opened. It's a 151 case break. 151 case break. We're going after Gengar. And the rule is we all open it together. It's nice because there's no sniping involved. So you can't hold back from opening yours to see if somebody else pulls the Gengar first. You can't do that. Here we are. Here's Noctowl. Here's Professor Sada's Vitality. Besides, I mean, even if Gengar was pulled, let's say he was pulled on box number 1, there's also Bubble Mew to go after and probably lots of other great-looking cards. But that's the rule. We got to open it together. It's a suicide pact. You're all in it. There it is, Trevor Carpenter. It's made in China? Yeah, that's right. And it's transported by the Venezuelan Tren de Agua gang on a little boat. Ooh, Noctowl. Tren de Aragua or something? Badiou. Ogerpon, Giacomo, Slowking, Regigigas, Noivern, Double Umbreon, Jolteon, Ogerpon, Terrapagos. The Lugia's nice. I mean, look, the Lugia's not that easy to pull, actually. You got a cool crimped card. Jolteon, Umbreon Reverse, Carmine, Executor, Pupitar, Fluttermane, Umbreon, Jolteon, Lucario, Binding Moki, Amoris, and Slowking. I don't call this set the Dark Souls of Pokemon card sets for nothing. This is the hardest set ever, guys. This is a tough set. It's tough as nails. By the way, this is a good time for me to show off one of the breaks. This is English Prismatic Jolteon. Comes out of this same set, already graded 10, new cert. I mean, if you haven't spent 40 bucks to jump in here, why not? When you see how hard it is to pull anything out of here, this 41 and 19 really does not look that crazy, does it? That's not bad at all. 41 and 19 is not bad. Okay, that was for our good friend Trevor Carpenter. Trevor, you got an extra 6 packs for free today, I think, because I think I gave you 6 boxes on the first round. Today, the Poke Gods have not given you the luck of the gods. No God Pack has been found. No SIR has even been found. We are in a fresh case. That was a brand new case, by the way, that you're digging in. It is. Trevor, I really appreciate your patronage. Opening the packs here. I really appreciate it, man. And if you want to go deeper or further or whatever you want, I'm ready. Or you can call it quits and be like, Prismatic has defeated me. I've seen people get defeated by Prismatic. Esau E, for example, he opened way more than you, and he did not pull a God Pack either. He did not pull probably what he wanted out of there. I think he did get like a Jolteon or something. I can't remember. I don't remember how I got this Jolteon. But I've seen people crash their boat on the rocks with that set, because that set is pricey, so pricey. All right, how is he here? Did he say, hey, what's up, Kendo? What's going on, man? Nice to, you know, people were asking where you were at, Kendo, because you were gone for a little while. People were asking where you were at. So it's nice to see you. Quantum Wolf, how much for a box of Prismatic? How to pay for it? What's up, Squabble? So a box of Prismatic, we're selling a box for $105, okay? That already includes the taxes, so that's with taxes already. I'm in that Jolteon right now. Burning Shadows for sure takes the cake. I pulled Prismatic Jolteon. Too easy. Too easy, bro. I sent for 45 packs? Is that even legal? Okay. So let me refresh and see what's going on with the other queues real fast. Make sure we get anyone else waiting in line. Okay, refresh, refresh. And now we're refreshing this PayPal queue. Jose Arredondo, Frog Mario, and Baby Mario. It's Baby Shark. These are for Jose Arredondo. So, because we have this deal with tag grading, I am required to grade like 500 slabs minimum per month with tag grading. This is going to be on top of my already pretty large PSA submissions. So we're going to have so many graded cards for you guys to pick through. And my pricing on these cards are going to be pretty generous sometimes just to get rid of them. So I hope you guys consider coming back as the month goes on. Okay, there's the payment for the extra box. Here's CS Man, box of Black Bolt. Black Bolt box. Do we got one right next to us? No. Let me go get a box of Black Bolt. Haha. Mr. Suffering from Success. I wouldn't spend what I don't want to spend. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. So, Mr. CS Man Black Bolton time. Okay. How many spots in the Chinese 151 break and how to enter? This is a big deal, guys. This is a case break. Do you see those words? Case break. What does that mean? That means you're buying a whole booster box. 20 booster boxes, $200 a box, a little pricey. Remember, the taxes is already part of that calculation. So you don't pay taxes at checkout. So 20 boxes, and this is the best way to open this set because the Gengar is the chase, right? It's a very snipeable kind of chase. Here's the deal. If you go online and you find a box for cheaper, you can bet your tits that somebody has probably already pulled that Gengar, and now they're just liquidating the rest of their cold boxes on a place like eBay. That happens all year round. When you get into a case break like that, you're guaranteed a real shot at the Gengar, a real shot at him, because you know for sure that there's never been a Gengar pulled out of that case yet. So it's a fresh case, nothing's been pulled out of it, and you're being given a legitimate shot at a very, very hard to pull card, or I don't know if it's hard to pull. Really, really desirable card is what I mean. Here we are. Ooh. Thunderous. Yeah, I feel like snipping this out of here and put him in a sleeve because I hate these dividers. What is this gray ninja? Okay, we're gonna set this guy into a nice little sleeve. Throw this away. All right. Here goes. This is for Mr. CS Man. He's trying to pull the red Victini. Of course, the chrome Zekrom is really good as well. And really, you know, the best time to open these sets is now. Because if you wait another year or two, I bet you these sets go up like 50% or worse. So despite how tough the market is, what are the odds that it all just crashes and comes down and gets really cheap? Probably pretty low. And that's, maybe some people are expecting that. I'm not expecting that. Here we are. Scalping. That's a nice looking reverse holo. Kyurem. Here we are. Okay. Okay, here's Venipede. Good. Mr. Tom, you went in the stream. We're going to go a little extra late because Mr. Trevor's opening 45 packs of Prismatic. So it's going to be a little later because we want to give him a shot to pull that SIR, which might be coming up pretty soon, actually. Okay. Meloetta. Alouetta, juncta, alouetta. All right. Here's Master Ball Pansage. He's called Pansage. Okay. The monkey. And now last pack. Here it is. CS Man Solosis. So CS Man has opened a lot of this black product, the Black Bolt, and he knows how tough it is. It's not easy to pull what you want out of here. And so when you're thinking about collecting Pokemon Black, just remember that. It's real hard to get what you want. That's what makes it valuable, you know? You know it's rare, at least. So if it's good looking and rare, that's a great combination. Ooh, we're kind of running out of room for your stuff here, Mr. CS Man. Okay. The boxes are getting full. I hadn't heard that in a while. Yeah, it was a children's song. You know, I had 11 brothers and sisters. If you're new, you've never met me. I came from a family, a homeschooled family of 11 children. We had 11 children in my family. And so, you know, songs like that would play because there was always some kid thing going on. Some kid song, some kid show. Barney the dinosaur. I was looking in the Barney bag. So he's sending in for 45 packs. I can see the order. It's the next order. 45. What's that divided by 6? Let's see what that is divided by 6. I should be able to do this math in my head, but I don't want to. 7.5, huh? So 6 times 7 will give us 42. So we need 42. 7 boxes, 8 boxes coming in here. All right, I'll bring the whole case in, okay, so you can see what it looks like for fun, all right? Sometimes when you go to a fancy restaurant, they do stuff like that, right? Check this out. There it is. That's what's left of the case. Okay. Cool, right? Like, you go to a restaurant, they show you the cow you're about to eat. How is this sliced, monsieur? There we go. 6, 7, and 8. So that leaves a total of 4 booster bundles in the case. I'm going to just move them over here and throw the empty box. So there's 4 booster bundles remaining after this. Something to keep an eye on. All right. Whew. Okay, good. Let's set these here. We need room to start snipping this. Oh, God, dude. All right. So, let's do it a couple booster bundles at a time. Let's start with the first 7 booster bundles, which is the first 42 packs. Sound good? First 7. So first round will be 4 booster bundles. Mister, you still have the yellow Poker Ninetales? I do. That's one of the best ones. Ninetales is one of those enviable rare cards from the original base set. It is Poker Ninetales. It is. You know, that's one of those cards that Ninetales, I don't get a lot of those to the table, and when I do, someone always buys Ninetales. It's an elegante Pokemon. But I think, you know, the status of Ninetales is a little higher because it's remembered as one of those base set holographic rares, you know. So if you were collecting Pokemon cards back in the year 2000 or 1999, you remember Ninetales being a rare card. Okay, cool. How much? Where'd it go? I don't know. I don't remember where it went. I guess I'd have to find it on the table. You can see the Mr. Mime was nearby. So the Ninetales was priced up with the Ninetales. Might have been like something like 175. We priced it last night. I might be able to find it really, really fast right now. If we can go fast, because we don't want Mr. Trevor waiting too long. Mister, I'm tapping out after this. I feel you, man. All right. He said that's enough action for one day. Kadabra. The flute. Did you guys see this really cool 4 slabs of Zelda for $220? I don't know if you guys saw this. Check this out. You get all 4 of these. Look at that. Ganondorf, Zelda, Link, and the Ocarina of Time. That's the Ocarina set. All 4 of those, $220. But that's obviously not the Ninetales. Nidoking, Bowser, Golduck. Oh, we have a new break. We have the Bowser break, 41 and 8. It's a beautiful Bowser poker card, and on the back, a beautiful Mario poker card. So it's for 2 cards, not 1. All right, so where's that Ninetales, though? Not in this pile. Must be in this pile then, huh? Here it is, Ninetales 175. All right, very nice. There you go. Double tap screen before stream ends. Do the prismatic chant. It'll help. Ooga booga, ooga booga. Is that the chant? Here goes. Time to sneep. Time to sneep. All right, if you guys have been having fun in the stream today, we also go live at night. Smashing the subscribe button or the bell button will alert you to when we go live. We go live twice a day, typically. I do take Saturday, Sunday daytime off, but not nighttime. So I'm live even on the weekend, all 7 days. We've been hosting this stream for 6 years. We're starting year 7, I think, like in September. September is the beginning of year 7. Oh, no, is it September? No, it's like November or something. I can't remember. Actually, my oldest stream was September. So this is the beginning of year 7, technically. But I didn't start selling booster packs until like a month or 2 after I started. So I don't know how you want to view it. But if my oldest stream is back in September, you could argue 6 years is done and that now we're in year 7. It's a long time. I feel like I'm an old man. I'm going to be 40, man. I started this when I was 30. Now I'm 36. It's, you really feel the time going by. And boy, I got a nice collection now. I'm sorry, but I don't think I can ask to ship until November because that's when I go to America. Oh, you're fine, man. We specialize in that, CS man. You didn't do anything wrong. We specialize in holding onto your cards for you. You're perfectly fine. We are. What'll happen is we'll take your cards, we'll put them in a nice box. If you get a, here it is, here it is. The SIRs right here. What do we get? Oh, all right, totally worth it. We went deeper and pulled Espeon. Very nice. Beautiful. Excellent. Mr. Trevor kept going, and the Espeon has been found. Hopefully 2 SARs coming out now. So you got one. Let's see if we can pull another one. All right, so we got Prime Catcher. We got Gleafeon. It's Gleafeon. Look at that Gleafeon. Okay. So this is a great chance to see if maybe we can pull a God Pack still, or if we can pull a maybe a second SIR out of one case. So here's our Diplin. Would it grade a 10? So let's give it a little pre-grade real fast, okay, guys? I gotta warn you, if I pre-grade it, you might not like the results. All right, so we got our Espeon, which is one of the top 5 cards for sure. Pull our light over a little bit. Okay. My immediate attention is drawn to the fat corner on the left. Notice how it's fatter than the corner on the right. Okay. Flip it around. Also, I would suggest that this has a bit of a lip that shouldn't be there. This card could grade as low as 8. So be careful. This could be an 8. It could grade 9, but it could be as low as 8. That shows you once again why the breaks are so valuable. Because when we break a card, it's already a 10. So imagine how much money you have to spend just to get lucky enough to pull one card in many of these sets, by the way, not just one, many of the sets. So you have to get lucky to pull just one card, and then that card still has to go through the trial, the RNG trial of being a good card. Like, it has to be well-centered and capable of grading 10 for you to see your return. That's why the breaks have, ironically, better mathematical odds, even when the odds look tough. Better mathematical odds than opening up boosters. So I got to do that spiel because that's why I'm so passionate about breaks. And by the way, I make the same money whether you open packs or breaks. I make the exact same margin. There's no difference in the margin, but I know for sure that I'm handing out way more 10s when a break goes off. A break goes off and somebody gets a guaranteed 10 and I feel good about it. So I always shill for the breaks. Here it is, right for it. Yeah, I make exactly the same money. There's no difference. Here's a Ray Fort. Here's Dracoloak. Okay. Yeah, that one will be an 8 probably. Especially PSA will probably turn that into an 8. PSA is rough, dude. If we keep going, you might pull another SIR. So, I mean, eventually you will, no matter what. Let's see if the rest of your boxes have a second SIR. I mean, you're pretty deep in that box. Even as a 10, that's a $650 to $700 card. This set makes no sense. Well, I mean, it does make sense if he pulls the Umbreon, because the Umbreon's selling for what, like 3.5? 3.5, so that's the chase, is 3.5. And that's, but you're right, I mean, maybe that's underpriced as well, because how many cases do you need to open to pull one Umbreon? But then also you have to remember, that's not the top pull either. Technically, the top pull is the God Pack, which contains all of the evolutions. And if you were to pull that and they were to all grade 10, which is an optimal outcome, but it is possible. Not likely, but possible. So if you were to pull the God Pack and all of the evolutions came out and graded 10, I mean, you're flipping like $8,000. And so that's the top pull, not the Umbreon, but the God Pack that contains the Umbreon. And we know it's real. We've seen it. We've seen it with our real eyes. Real eyes, realize, realize. I'll grade it and hold on to it. Sounds good, man. We got Leafeon. Here's Atticus. We can do that for you for $30. We can send it to tag grading. We can also send it to PSA, but it costs more. But that's because we got that sweet deal with tag grading now. Just pulled one last week. Only the Eevee and Espeon were centered. Oh, you pulled a, you're saying you pulled a God Pack last week. And you're saying out of the whole God Pack, only 2 cards were centered. Yikes. I mean, that's tough, man. It just shows you, again, I've said this before, people in the hobby underestimate their true odds for pulling a 10, which is where prices are really established. 10s really set the price for many things. Okay, so how many boxes was that? That was 4 boxes. Now you need 3 more. And after 3 more, you need 3 booster packs, so a half box, okay? So let's go ahead and sleeve this up. We're going to leave the Espion on the table because that's a celebration. We got a big pull out of there. Yeah, I mean, imagine he found the SIR, and the SIR was something like Ogerpon or Terrapagos or Iron Hands or whatever it is. There's a couple bad ones, right? There's Iron Leaves or something like that. Can't remember. Trevor's entertaining us. By the way, when you guys open packs like this, you are entertaining the whole group. So we got to thank Trevor for that. Trevor, I got a giveaway slab. We're going to put you on it, directly on it. I'll show you what it is real fast. It's worth about $80. Here it is, if you get pulled. So it's this 2010 vintage Nintendo Pixel Mario. Not vintage. Well, it's 15 years old. It's almost vintage, right? What is the timing for vintage? 20 years. So we're going to put you a spot on here. You did a pretty big order today. Trevor Carpenter. Heck, I'll give you 2 spots. Let's give him 2 spots, guys. He went real deep. So we got you two spots on that giveaway, okay? You might end up pulling it. You might not. Somebody will pull it, though. It'll be fun. Now, we got to get him the rest of these boxes. Are you ready? So we're going to get these 3, and then we owe you 3 packs after that. I haven't opened 1 pack yet. Tag is not even worth $15 a card to grade. I disagree. I really like Tag, and that's why I applied to be a dealer in the first place. But also, look, I mean, I actually purchased Tag slabs. Look, so I bought these. These were like $800 a piece. And I'll buy Tag. I'll buy CGC. I'll buy BGS. All that matters is if the grading is good. That's what matters. Look at this nice Charizard. But they got a really beautiful card holder. But, you know, people have different opinions. I respect that if you have a different opinion. If you want to talk about why you don't like them, I'd be happy to, you know, share my point of view, and you can share your point of view, and we'll see, you know, if we can affect each other. There we go. Hey, mister, glad to catch you live. Any plans to show off your personal collection? I started doing that in a video. It was a part 1 video, but I said that the video had to get enough views to get a part 2, and it did not get enough views. So there was not enough interest. Or maybe my editing was bad, or maybe I'm boring, or the YouTube algorithm didn't advertise it, whatever you want, however you want to describe it. But I have a pretty prestigious collection that you rarely see all at once. And I think it would be fun to show it off. It's just, we're busy. Like, why would I have time to show it off? I'm supposed to be hosting this stream. Here it is. And when I did start to show it off in a video, no one cared. So I said, well, stick to the stuff people care about. All right, here we are. Did you tell them make it less hard to open? Here it is. Less hard to open. You're talking about when you're trying to crack the card out? I don't think that can happen. I don't think it's possible. Because I think it's the material, the type of plastic they use. They use, in my opinion, a very dense, very brittle plastic. But that's what gives it its glass-like feature. It's like glass, isn't it? It's basically a type of glass almost. So it's a glass plastic, and that's what makes it more beautiful than the other kinds of slabs. That's what's going on, I'm sure of it. Okay, I'm gonna view bot that video so you make another one. You're gonna view bot it? I don't recommend that. Actually, there was another YouTuber that I think we learned was view botting. But I don't like bots. I don't like that. I like genuine attention, and I like genuine interaction. I don't like to do that kind of stuff because it gives yourself sort of like fake social like regard or social credit that you don't really deserve. And so maybe that's just you know, if you're not cheating, you're not playing or something. But I don't like to do that personally. So everyone you see here in the stream today is real. No fake people in my stream. I don't do that. Here's Neuvern. All right. The YouTubers start with the W? Yes, yes. We had a guy come in here, perhaps of the name of Louis, and he came in and bragged about how good that guy was and that he gets all these views and all. And then Mike Side and I actually analyzed his channel, and we're like, this isn't even possible. We noticed like these crazy fluctuations in views, really crazy fluctuations. And then he was getting subscribe counts similar to, what's his name? PokeRev. Oh, yeah, the guy who was fighting with me, PokeRev. And none of it made sense. And then it was like, this has got to be a bot, right? Well, so anyways, a little while later, a gentleman named Louis comes in and says, you know, I think that other guy's getting bots because he can tell the interaction is fake. That's what he was saying. So he came in and he apologized and he said he would like to hang out again and that he would like to be part of this group because he felt that the other group might be fake. So I think that that's very interesting. YouTube states pretty explicitly that that's not allowed to do view botting, and they can blacklist your channel and stuff like that. So they decentivize it. They don't want you to do it. And I think it's, but that's the thing. How do you even prove that someone's doing it? So there's no way to know for sure who's doing what. But I can tell you very confidently, everyone you see here in this room is real. The views are real. And we'll never mess around with view bots. I don't need to. I've been doing YouTube for like 10 years. View bots don't bring me any joy or pleasure. So, and I don't feel desperate enough to try to boost my channel or try to find some clever strategy to win. I don't need any of that. I'm happy where I'm at. Here's Snorlax. I'm actually a bot, says Useless Bob. Gets 500 viewers, but only 7 chatters. Yeah. Mr. Darth has a good point. You could make a website for people to buy packs off. We have that. We have a website, but it's currently under construction. Currently it's not used. We've been using this sort of same system, and we have like these really loyal people in our community who have been buying packs this sort of, caveman way where it's really low technology, no sign up, no website. You don't got to plug your credit card into some janky website that could get easily hacked because it's just some small card shop website. None of that kind of stuff. We just use PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, crypto, really straightforward. You're right, but a website would allow you to sort of like passively shop for stuff when I'm not live. And a website might make it less complicated too. Like it might be easier to just go to a website and click, purchase, so that might be easier. But it's really not that hard over here if you just take a second. The packs are for sale in the description. The slabs are priced up on the table. And how do you pay? You just send over money on PayPal, and then I get that email showing what you sent. So that's it. It's really not complicated. I would say it's not more complicated than a website, but it just maybe takes a second to get used to if you're new. And we can help you. We can explain anything you need explained. The moderators will help explain it. People in the community who are nice, they will help explain it as well. So if you're lost or confused about how shipping works, about how we store your bags, anything, bulk, whatever it is you want to talk about, we can help explain. We've been doing this a really long time. I think we have one of the oldest Rip and Ship channels. Like, I'm not sure if there were any other YouTube channels. I know I was the first YouTube channel to do Rip and Ship. And back then, it didn't have a name. It wasn't called Rip and Ship back then. It was just like, what are you doing here? And the answer was, I don't know, selling Pokemon packs, I guess. So it was really weird, and people thought it was a scam back then. That's how it was back then. And there was no TikTok shop. There was no Whatnot. There was no eBay Live. It was just some strange guys start selling booster packs on YouTube. But I was already a YouTuber, a successful one. This was my side channel. This was my little side channel. My big channel was TheCardconomist with 130,000 subscribers. That was the big channel where I made, my income. And this was just the hobby side channel. Now, this is the big channel. This is the channel that matters. It's the other way around now. My whole life revolves around Pokemons. All right, so we open up 3 more boxes for our friend Trevor. Let's take a quick look. Obviously, no SIR popped out. I like the Snorlax. I like this Groudon. But you'll notice only 1 Dunsparce Master Ball out of 3 boxes. And now you are owed 3 more packs. Are you ready? So these 3 packs can be life-changing. It just takes 1 pack for a God Pack to pop out. It really does. There is a point where the next pack is the God Pack. How much does PSA grading cost? So we do $39 to middleman it. If you want to do it cheaper, go send it in yourself. You will save money if you grade your own cards. When you hire me to do it, you really have to pay me a service fee to do it. The nice thing is I get special pricing on the tag group submission. So if I'm submitting for someone else, I get a better price. So it's $39 for PSA, $30 for tag, a much better price. So if you're interested in trying out tag grading, we offer that as well. I just sent them like 200 of my own cards to get graded. Those are going to come back. And I like them. And now I'm cheerleading for them a little bit because they're nice to me. And yeah, so I'm very interested in seeing how that evolves the channel a little bit. Not too much, though, because fundamentally, I'll still grade with BGS, CGC, and PSA. I'm just going to grade a whole lot more with tag grading. We are. I paid to have some other cards graded, and I just want to make sure they all go to PSA. Yes, I'm confident if you paid for card grading and then you said PSA, then we would have very carefully written PSA down. We would have written P down on it. You know, you spent a lot with me today. You want me to go hunt them down? They're in my process somewhere. I have a process where we grade your cards. So I would have to stand up, leave the room, and hunt them down because they're on a grading desk right now, so in some stage of that grading process. But if you said PSA grading on them and you sent in PSA money, I promise you they're not going to tag. We are. All right, here's Terrapagos, and here's Amorous. I'm not sure I specified. Well, the price alone would tell me it's not tag grading, so the price alone. Hey, what's up, Hippo Fat? Did you find Silcoon? If not, it's fine. I never watched the video. How much did you pay for that Silcoon? I'm giving you that money back, okay? We're going to start there. I apologize. I never watched the video. God, dude, I'm always dealing with like 12 things. I hate how busy I am. I'm supposed to help Mr. LaFlame too, and I missed taking pictures of his slabs. Mr. Trevor, so there it is. And I don't know if he mentioned he sent for the Espeon, but I'm going to go ahead and bag this up. Trevor, thank you so much, man, for the big orders. That was a lot of fun. It was educational. You pulled a nice card, the Espeon. I wish it was going to grade 10. Might grade 9. I wish it was going to grade 10, though, because that would have been really good. But you've got a lot of cards in here, not just the Espeon. Remember that, okay? Those Umbreons, even if they're hollow, reverse hollow, all gradable. Any decent Pokeball or Master Balls, all gradable. Some of the EXs, like the Snorlax or the Lugia, those are pretty good. You'd be surprised. And even if you don't grade them today, if you hold on to those cards for a while, a couple years maybe, they'll all be gradable. Couple years, these will all be very valuable to grade. Okay, so don't just give them away or lose them or dismiss them. Okay, hold on to those and treat them like unrefined Pokegold. Okay, now I'm sending in to grade the Espeon. I'm going to grab the Espeon. We're going to put them into a holder and write P on it, which means PSA. This case is cold. It's not. No, this was a good case. You're wrong about that. This case was cold. This case was hot. It had Espeon in it. Espeon's like a top 3, top 4 card. So this was actually a good case. And if the Espeon had graded 10, he would make a pretty large chunk of money back off of a single card and still have all the other cards to grade. So, we are. Okay. Good. All right. Here's my masterful 2-finger technique. Gets them every time. All right. So we're going to say Trevor Carpenter. This is going to say Trevor Carpenter PSA. P for PSA. Look at that. You like this, the Mario card? So check this Mario out. He's from 2010. That makes him 15 years old. We're asking $45 on a 10. We already paid for the grading. He already graded 10. A nice little premium. Not too much, actually. These are quite affordable. So you can have a nice Mario card in your collection, and it costs, you know, like the cost of going out to eat one time. So just eat ramen for a day. Robert Breeding says he wants a Prismatic bundle. You got it, man. Robert Breeding, everybody. Prismatic bundle. What's the day? Today's Wednesday? What a crazy busy daytime stream for Wednesday. If I'm not tuned into the stream, will my cards just show up at my house one day? No, that's not... No. So the way it'll work, let me show you real fast. What'll happen... I'm going to help you out here, Trevor, okay? So I'm going to explain it to you, and it will make sense to some other people as well. So here's how to keep track of it, Trevor. So over here, we have this channel called the PSA Submission Channel. That's in our Discord server. We click on that, and you can see when I send the cards into grade, we create a data list that shows everyone's card going in. So, like here, Tammy Lowe, Misty Psyduck, Golden Gardevoir. Additionally, when the card is done grading, it will show up in this channel over here called the Returns Channel. So we'll click on that, Returns. Now, you see, I pinged the Discord server. PSA return is back, the April submission. And there's the link. So you can go watch and see what your card graded. So that's how it will work. Now, after it is done, it will actually not automatically ship out because we don't like to do it that way. We did that a very long time ago. Very long time ago, we automatically shipped it out. We don't do that anymore. Our whole system changed so that, you know, shipping is not free. We had free shipping a really long time ago. But the problem was this. You ship it out and they're not there to collect it, and then it just gets lost or stolen off their porch. Or you ship it out, and by the time the card was done grading, some people move. You know, maybe they were already in the process of moving when they asked for the grading, and they don't tell you, they don't update their address for you. So if you automatically ship it, it goes to an old address. Hundreds of dollars lost. So nowadays, what happens when it comes back, we're going to post it in the returns channel, write your name on it, and then your card stays over here for a year, and it waits for you to come claim it, okay? It waits for you to come say, hey, send me my slab. So if you have like a bag of cards that you have to ship anyways, you can keep it over here, and then when your slab comes back, you can have me ship the slab and the cards together, and it's a flat fee of $9, right? So you got a nice fat box of cards, right? So you can have the box of cards stay here if you wish, wait for the card to come back from PSA, and then for $9, they all ship together. Sound good? So that's how you do it. See, there are little things to understand about this channel. Once you understand it, it all kind of makes more sense. Now, you can ship your bag separately if you want your bag sooner. So you can do a round of shipping for your bag, and then when the card finishes grading, a round of shipping for the card. So you can do that too. Different options. Different people like different strategies. All right. I just went out my first submission today. Nice, dude. Can I see the Ninetales card? Yeah, it might be sold. Does someone buy this? Because I think Alicia was talking about it, and she tends to buy them. So this is Population 7, yellow poker card Ninetales. If you don't know about the yellow poker card, I'm an expert in the poker cards, okay? I'm an expert. And let me tell you something. Yellow poker set's the most desirable set. It's from 1998, super old. They flip it around, it's got Pikachu on the back. So the other really popular set is the red set. It has a Charizard on the back, but here's the difference. This is really rare. The yellow deck is so hard to find. The red deck, you can find it all day. So the red deck has Charizard on it and will always be popular for that reason. However, the yellow deck has Pikachu on the back and you cannot find it. Super rare. So I don't grade a lot of yellow deck. I actually try to hoard some of it for the future. And this time I graded some, and that Ninetales happened to get very lucky and pull a 10 because they do not all grade 10. They really don't. Well, and also that's part of because of how good I am at submitting cards. I picked out the ones that would grade 10, right? So I picked out the ones that would grade 10. That Ninetales looked good, and he came back 10. And so now you have a rare chance to own Pop 7 Poker Yellow Ninetales, the one with the Pikachu on the back. And poker cards are kind of a niche card set, similar to Topps Pokemon, similar to Carddass, similar to Sealdoss, similar to Merlin, similar to Amada. There's all these niche card sets, and I do really good in niche card sets. I tend to study them and understand them really well, and then I specialize in collecting them and helping you collect them as well if you want them. Let's see, but it might have already sold. Oh, Alicia already bought it. So here I am. I'm risen it up, and it's not available for sale. It's already sold. There's another one behind it, though. Look at this. A little bit cheaper. Here's a Mr. Mime from the same poker deck. He's a classic. You know, in the Jungle set, Mr. Mime's holographic rare. So he's a classic card. But we have one or two more. Like, look at this. Oh, so this is a great example. This is the red set. Charizard on the back. So the question is, which one will end up being more valuable, Charizard or Pikachu? Well, they're both pretty good. People like Pikachu a lot. Think of like the Poncho Pikachus. Think of like the gray felt hat Pikachu, Van Gogh Pikachu. But Charizard's popular too. But again, here's the difference. If you're an expert in these, you know, this is really rare. Not a lot of pop 4 on this one. This one's really rare. This one's also rare because poker card grading just isn't that common yet. But there's going to be a whole lot more of these when they're all done grading. All the decks are done grading. There'll be a lot of these, and there won't be a lot of these. So that's what's important to understand about the yellow deck and the red deck. I try to educate you guys on that kind of stuff because that's what we do. We talk about strategy. We talk about what's going on, and this helps you make a better decision if you want to buy one. No, you don't have to buy one at all. You just be like, oh, those are stupid. Some people don't like the poker cards, but I love them. I think they look a lot better than the Top Sun cards. And it's interesting because the Top Sun cards sell for a lot of money already, but that's because everyone knows about the Top Sun cards. So in my mind, the only problem the poker cards have is a lack of people being aware that they exist. That's the only problem they have. After that, they become very expensive. I think they're still pretty relevant too. In terms of being a playable card set, you know, there's a lot of people who are playing poker and blackjack every day in the casinos in Las Vegas. And so, you know, playable cards like this, playing card sets, poker card sets, blackjack card sets, I think they're very sexy in a certain way. Same with this Bowser break. So again, this is a fresh break. I don't know if it'll gain any traction. Sometimes we put a break up and people don't want it. But look, he's from 2015, 10 years old. This gorgeous looking Bowser card. You really got to see him without all the sleeves, to be honest, in order to see how pretty it is. Because the sleeves dull it. Here it is. Now take a look. Now look at it. That's nice, isn't it? The cards are almost shiny. I don't know if you can see that, but they're so clean. It's crazy. So there's Joker Bowser, and he's real good. And I didn't realize how much he would really pop when he was done grading, how much he would really have like a striking color design in the PSA slab. But here he is, and here is the Mario. There's the Mario to go with it, and he's stomping a dry bones. It's perfect. So this is a break. It was 1 in 5 with just the Bowser, but we added the Mario, and then we added the star card and made it 1 in 8. So your odds are 1 in 8. You get both slabs if you pull that, by the way. So you have a 1 in 8 odds, you get both slabs. Robert Breeding's done. We have Alicia. She did take the 9 tails. Here it is, Miss Alicia. It's all yours. Yeah, I'm all about these poker cards, and so you can count on me to be cheerleading them for a while because I bought quite a few of them myself, and I just think they look nice. They go along my other cards. The other cards look nice too. They all look nice. They have a nice minimalism to them. Andrew Martin says, jump him into the Bowser break. Andrew Martin. Okay, so he's the first one in, and so, you know, that's what kind of gets a break exciting is when 1 or 2 people start to move it a little bit and there's only a few spots left. People go, okay, maybe the Bowser break will actually finish. We've had breaks that we start up that don't finish before, so that's always harsh. It is. That is the reality, is sometimes a break isn't popular enough. There it is. I love this new format. It says Poppy Churro. Hey, we had a nice viewership, I feel, today. We're at 88 likes. That's good. There's a competition for Sarah's giveaway box, okay? It's a competition between day and night. Whoever has more likes gets the box. So tomorrow, we'll know the outcome by tomorrow, and then one of these streams will get the box. Could be you guys. If you're somebody who only watches daytime, smash that like button if you want the giveaway to be yours. And it doesn't matter to me who wins it, because either way, I'm giving it away. So, but for you guys, it kind of matters, because, you know, if you'd like to have that be in your stream rather than in the other stream, show us. Peter Fenelty, slab away the poker 9 tails. Oh, Peter, you almost got that. Your order was right after her order. Dang, dude. So you were right after hers. I am so sorry, though. So that's your $40, Peter. CS Min says, now that I got the pull from the 151, I'm going to go for the Victini 1 box of Black Bolt. All right, so 1 box of Black Bolt. He wants that Victini pull. We've never seen it before, so if you pull it, that's probably a guaranteed clip. So, you know, Mike's side, he's incentivized to make certain clips. And if you know what he's trying to make, you can line up with that to get your card opening into a clip. And so one thing we've never pulled is the Victini from Black Bolt or White Flare. And it's kind of interesting because that's one of the most expensive cards in Scarlet Violet time period now, if you want to call it Scarlet Violet still. Do you think the mime will keep going up? Well, here's the interesting thing. He used to be really cheap. The poker cards used to cost nothing. They were like this looked over, you know, oh, well, who cares about them? And that's one of the important things to understand about a market. You know, why does crypto go up in value? Because people care about it. That's it. That's the only reason. They care about it and they believe in it. So there's confidence. There's a belief in it. And I believe that's the same for the Magic cards. Not the Magic cards, the poker cards. The problem for the poker cards, it was too new. No one had really heard of it, and there was no confidence in it. So if confidence and awareness rises, yeah, poker cards will go up in price. And they've been doing that for a long time already. Because, again, maybe a while back in the past, that Mr. Mime would have cost you like $40. And it would have been graded by CGC or by Beckett. You know, CGC does this thing where they like to grade anything they can get their hands on. So they don't take their time grading a card set they've never heard of. They just get right to it. And that's a good thing and it's a bad thing. It's a good thing because it means they got to grade poker cards before anyone else did. It's a bad thing when they get hit by like, oh no, they graded the playtest cards and they were fake. So, but in this case, the poker cards are real. And so CGC was grading them, and they used to sell for like 40 bucks. A lot of them were just 40 bucks. And you could buy like a deck of poker cards for like $200. It cost virtually nothing. I used to get the silver gold deck, and it cost virtually nothing. And now, if you go looking for a silver gold deck, you're going to pay some whopping like $600. So that's like ×6 appreciation on those, basically. And you can't even find yellow deck. Like, good luck if you try to locate a yellow deck. That Snivy's a hit. You got a hit out of here. He's a good pull. Look at that, guys. The artwork here is tremendous. Nice dark borders. It's a cartoony look, and it's a great perspective. And Snivy's looking real confident and cute. Here's Muna. Here's Kyurem. I just realized I won that Magikarp break. LMAO. The Magikarp break. I don't remember which one. Pretty sure I already know the answer. But, mister, do you think you'll ever sell a single poker cards again? Oh, yeah. So once upon a time, we used to sell the poker cards randomly out of a box. It's not impossible for me to bring that back. Thing is, no one was buying it for a little while. Maybe they got tired of it. And so because there was a lack of activity, I just took it down. And, you know, if there was a high demand for it again, I'd consider it. But here's a problematic issue. Why even do that? Why not just grade them myself? I got plenty of capital to grade cards. They're great. Those were like pack fresh cards, and I was just selling them as fast as I could to help you guys obtain them because there was more to buy off the market. If you guys bought the raw ones, I would just go replenish them. That's not so true anymore. So if you go back to the market, I can't just easily replenish them anymore. So the desire to sell off the raw cards, that time period's kind of, the window's closed on that a little bit. If we were to price them in a certain way, it's still possible, but it becomes scarier. Look at that Victini. So many good holographic cards in this set. Whoa, Mr. CS Man. So Genesect, Girder, Kyurem, the Snivy, which is a good pull, and Tundurus. Okay, good. I know what we're going to be doing with your stuff, Mr. CS Man. We're going to be putting your stuff into a private box. You're going to have your own box in a minute here. You are. When you get a lot of orders and you get big fat bags, you get your own box. That's what happens. Eventually, you get your own box. Not right away, but eventually you get your own box. All right. It's the Yellow Deck Poker Cards, the 10th anniversary. No. I don't know what you mean by that, but they're not related to the anniversary of anything. They were printed in 1989. The Yellow Deck was. And they're just super old for playing, you know, bridge or whatever it is you're playing with them. And back then, they had no clue that 20 years later, 25 years later, people like me would be grading those cards. It's like a crazy phenomenon. All right, CS Man. So, CS Men, have no fear about storing your stuff over here. We're experts in storing your cards for a long time. Now, Trevor Carpenter said, grade the Espeon. That's taken care of. NHCC says 3 Azure Lane, first edition. Guys, I'm going to have to call no more orders. It's almost 8 p.m., so I really have to go. I'm going to get in trouble with Cares pretty badly here. I get in trouble if I'm gone too long. She's been off work since 5. But we had an extra long stream today because of the big orders. Vopix. He says, thanks, just wanted to make sure. What did I need to read? Read chat Volpix's comment. What's the, what is he saying? Can I have it refunded? Okay, Peter, penalty, refund. Give me a second here. Of course, it's possible to get a refund. Let's see. Grabbing this. Log in. I found out that you can grade Minecraft Dungeon arcade cards in PSA, and so I already have some since I played the actual game in the arcade. That's super cool, man. Yeah, grading is it's just a really fun activity, and I am very passionate about grading. Grading, you have to think about as different things. It's about authentication. It's about a sort of like quality philosophy, like what is the quality of this card, and then finally it's about displaying your treasured collectible. And so I think I'm very passionate about the subject because it's like, it's in my mind, it's like a competition to do those things the best, you know? Who gives out the best authenticity? Who gives out the best grading philosophy? And who has the best display? Okay, thank you, Mr. NHCC. Peter Fenelty got his $40 back. that's why I thought that tag grading was kind of interesting, because I felt like, well, they just have these super crystal clear cases and they don't, oh, full art. And they don't have an ugly label. They have an interesting minimalist label. But then, you know, people started pointing out that they have like the grading report too was nice too. I liked that a lot. You know, here's the thing. I don't really understand how they're going to scale that either. That's why I don't understand. Like if they were getting the same volume of grades as PSA, they're definitely going to have to raise their prices above PSA. How does PSA keep their prices low? Because they don't give out nice things like grade reports. They say, skip that part. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see how they compete. I think that they could do very well if they simply have a system in place already before the volume comes in. If they have a system in place ready to handle all that, like maybe their ability to create a grading report's insanely efficient because they were thinking that way from the beginning of their structure. You know, it's business is a structure. It's a system. So maybe they structured their system in a way that would be prepared to scale for grading reports. And PSA didn't do that. And so now they will have to play catch up in that area of card grading services. If they even bother. They might be like, we're never going to do that. Okay. Okay, so Steven's got a bigger order for me to take care of. He wants me... So let me write this down. Steven... So, Steven, I will do this tonight in the nighttime stream, I think. We say 95. And he would like to transfer his slab away into the Meowth Quest sticker. That's perfect. Sounds good, man. So, we're going to do that for the nighttime stream, though. And then NHCC says, jump me in the Bowser break. And 45 for WTV Corn Box ASAP. White Flare, maybe? What's the WTV? Help me out. Tell me what that is. Help me out. You did an acronym. I'm not sure what the acronym stands for. Here it is. So this is for Bowser. Let's see. Oh, for whatever. Oh, you're saying you want to do a $45 giveaway. Oh. Well, I've got an idea then. Are you ready? So, first of all, we'll jump over here to the NHCC. I'm sorry, to the Nightbot. And what we're going to do, we're actually going to type in NHCC into the Nightbot. Okay, so NHCC. Okay, so keyword NHCC. Now, I've got a little $45 thing that I was just showing off. So we got a perfect thing right here. So here it is. Mario's pretty good. So let's have this be his giveaway. $45 Mario. I got to sneeze. Oh, my God. Read chat. Just, you want to hit and run it. It's in your hand now. What's in my hand now? Is this all right? Would you like me to do this? Is that okay? He says that's fine. Okay, perfect. I wasn't sure if you had something really specific in mind. So this is an NHCC giveaway. You just type in the code NHCC into live chat, and that's what puts you into the queue for the giveaway. And then we have it is September sheet. So this is for people who have made donations. You're going on there, Mr. NHCC, for $45. Look at that. We take a picture of the giveaways at the end of the month. And for the last month, the giveaways totaled, since we're at the beginning of September, let's talk about the previous month. Donation scoreboard. Donations for August totaled $1,420. Wow, in 1 month. That's really crazy. I mean, that's almost someone's income. That's almost someone's income. Let's say it was post taxes, right? And so that amount of 1,400, let's say you copy that and multiply it by 12, $17,000 per year. What? How's that even a thing? It's crazy to imagine. All right, so let's get this started. La Flame. Oh, yeah. We got to take a picture of your consignment. Garrett and the slabs from shipping. There it is. Number 3. We've got Mike's Side. Oh, Mike's Side made it on. Mike's Side made it on. That's rare. We got to put Mike's Side for free on a couple of these for a little while. We haven't done that. Poppy Churro. There we go. Just for fun. Here's Ivan. That's Ivan Rodriguez. And the last one is Mr. Steven. All right. Now, there's 6 spots. We got a 6-sided die. Landing on 5, that's going to be Ivan Rodriguez. Wow. So Ivan receives a free Mario slab as a gift from NHCC. And he can remember that because the code's up there. So now you know who gave it to you. He just ordered shipping, so he's going to get this real fast, too. How nice is that? Thank you, good sir. This format feels so much fluid. You like the vertical. Is that what you're saying? You like the vertical? You know, some people really did not like it, but I told everyone we have to experiment with it because I was told that YouTube's pushing the verticals. And so I was like, you know what else makes sense? We get like over 500,000 views just from shorts, and those are all vertical too. And I was like, how can we be getting 500,000 views from vertical shorts and not also test out vertical streams? Just, you know, we want to make sure that we maybe capitalize off of the audience we built from our shorts. But tonight will probably be a horizontal stream, and we're going to compare the performance of the 2 streams. And also, we're going to be comparing the likes. You guys hit 106 likes. That's pretty good. How much is a Japanese 151 booster box? My local card shop is out. They know of you being a reputable YouTuber, and I would like to do business with you. Ishitaro. Hey, how's it going, man? It might be a little pricier to buy it from me than to buy it from, like, I don't know, maybe like someone local near you, if you can find someone else local. The reason for that is a couple reasons. Number one, when you open cards live, there's a premium because you're paying my like hourly wage. Think of that. Okay, the second part is a little bit of taxes baked in, and the third part is if I have to ship it all the way out to you in Japan, there'll be a special shipping rate for international shipping. So if you find it locally, it's probably going to be cheaper. Now, the reason to open it over here is for the social event, the social effect of it. So you get the fun of it. It's convenient like DoorDash, and it's fun because if something crazy pulls out, you have a memory of that and a recording of that. So that's the real reason to do it. Plus, we have all our cool breaks and a very generous group. So if we look down here, it looks like we're asking $200 for a box of 151. So that's under Pokemon Japanese on our menu, $200 for one sealed box. Those boxes come directly from sealed cases, and you're correct. They're never tampered with or anything. We just don't do that. We're not about that. And so you will get a nice box, and we could ship that out to you sealed if you really wanted it to be shipped out sealed, or we could open it live for you. But I got to hop off. It's almost 8 p.m. I'm very late. I'm very late. Let's see. Let me know what the taxes and fees would be, and I would love to pay for one and have it sent to me. I'm American. Oh, you're American. Okay, well then shipping's only $9, so now it makes more sense. All right, yeah. So, so we would be selling those boxes at $200 a box. You could have them opened live if you want to do that. You know, you can participate like everyone else, or you could just have me ship it to you sealed if you prefer that as well. But I have to hop off, so I will be back tonight for the late night stream. I'll see you guys for the late night stream. It's going to be in horizontal view, and we'll see how the views compare to the daytime. See you there, guys.